Hi, everyone. Welcome to Mind Prosperity. And today we're going to speak about only the true you can really be successful. Now, at Mind Prosperity, we believe that where your mind goes, your life follows. Now, Swiss psychologist Carl Jung said the privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are. But he also said that one of the scariest things and one of the most difficult things to do is to become who you truly are. Now, why is that? Because according to Carl Jung, we have a part called the persona. And the persona, that's the masks we wear because we believe that society is going to accept us, they're going to love us, they're going to like us when we wear these masks. Then we have this part called the shadow. Shadow is the suppressed and repressed parts of ourselves that we are hiding, that we are pushing away because we believe that society is not going to accept us, that society is not going to like us, and that society is not going to approve of us. Now, Carl Jung said that these suppressed parts or these repressed parts are not bad or evil parts. They're just parts that we push down because we believe other people will not accept it. But Carl Jung also said that if we suppress and if we repress, it's going to come out in uglier ways. Now, one of the most energetic things you can do and one of the greatest things you can do is to be authentic, to be your true self. Now, because of environment, because of people pleasing, and because of what we think other people are going to think of us, we suppress and repress parts of ourselves. We put on this persona, we put on this mask, and we cannot be our full energetic self. But just think about this. Your most successful people are comfortable to be true to themselves. They are not these people pleasers. They are not people who care too much what everybody else thinks about them. They are not people who are so worried about the opinions of others. This is why they can become successful. So if you truly want to become successful, you have to go identify this persona part, this part that's actually the fake you, the part that puts on the mask because you believe other people are going to accept you more, and you have to allow the shadow to come out. Now, this is what they call shadow work. It's the parts that we suppressed, the parts that we repressed, the parts that we push down, that we don't want to show to the world out there. So shadow work is looking within. And this is what Carl Jung also said. He said, those who look in awakens. To look in, to discover and to see who we really are, and not to be afraid to show the world who we really are. This doesn't mean treat people badly. That's ego. That's not the true self. But this does mean that in becoming your true self, there might be people who don't like you. There might be people who don't agree with you. There might be people who won't move with you to the next level. And you have to be willing to leave people behind that do not want to grow with you. Because one thing I realized about growth is not becoming somebody else. Growth is becoming who you truly are. And in the process of growth, it's laying down the parts of you that's not the true self, the parts of you that was just a performance to the world out there. Singer and songwriter Kurt Cobain said, rather hate me for who I am than love me for who I'm not. Because one thing I've realized is as soon as we become our true selves, as soon as we take these suppressed and repressed parts of ourselves and we bring them to the light and people see who we really are, not in a negative way, but in a true self way, there are some people who are not going to like it because some people are only okay with you as long as you stay in your dysfunction. Some people are only okay with you as long as you gossip with them. Some people are only okay with you if you complain and say how bad things are. But when you become successful, you trigger kind of like the envy and jealousy in them. And, some people will even try to pull you down. But to get to that place where you say, this is the true me, and only the true me can be really successful, that is where you're going to go forward in life. And this takes self-awareness. Self-awareness means thinking about your thoughts, that's metacognition, and thinking about your feelings, that's metamood. Who am I really? What is my unique way of thinking? What is my unique way of feeling? What is my unique way of seeing and viewing the world? What are my unique talents? What are my unique gifts? What is my unique purpose? When you start to discover those things and you become who you truly are, this is where you become successful. At Mind Prosperity, like I said, we believe that where your mind goes, your life follows. But that's your true mind, your authentic blueprint, the true you. And so many people are stuck in life because they're not willing to become who they really are. And the reason they don't become who they truly are is because of what people are going to think, people-pleasing tendencies, and just by performing to the world out there. Stop performing, start becoming. When you start to become, your energy levels will just raise. And when you start to become, that's when success is truly going to follow you.